Vit12 made the ultimate extreme demon. Woofel's working on the ultimate insane demon, which means there's 3 difficulties left. I'm calling dibs on hard demon. That one's mine, y'all better back off. Today, we're gonna be remaking one of my favorite 2.1 levels, Theory of Everything 3 by Mannix. Gonna start off with some simple gameplay here. The gameplay's pretty reminiscent of Theory of Everything 2, obviously because it's a sequel. So I want to try and follow that gameplay structure a little bit. In Toe 3, they have these like curvy structures, and I want to find some way to like replicate that. We'll add these little circle things here so we don't forget. But for the meantime, we're still gonna put these over. I don't want to mess with the hitboxes. Toe 3 also has a couple memory parts, so I want to try and incorporate some like fake orbs in there. Try and trip people up. There we go. Dude, there's a bee in my room. How'd that even get in here? Get out, go away. He better not annoy me for the rest of the video. There's also a couple of these saws, I think just hanging out of blocks, so I think we should add these in too. There's also a couple structures like these that are pretty thin and just have a spike or two on them, so I want to work those in too. Alright, our base gameplay is looking pretty good so far. I say we throw some saws in there and move on to deco. Alright, following this gameplay line, we could add in some saws, make sure they're not too in the way. Alright, let's get some ground spikes in there and then we'll do our first little run of it. Oh wait, I almost forgot the most important part. Select all, don't fade, don't enter, no glow. Now it looks like a layout. Okay, not too bad so far. Now before we get anything started, I want to hop into colors. I want to make sure that's all set before we start anything else. They use this darkish purple background. Looking at the actual level, it seems a lot of the decoration color comes from this background, so I think we could work with that really well. It also looks like it uses player color, so I'm excited to incorporate that somehow. Let's get some light pulses on the background going. There we go. I think we got our pulses set up nice. Now I want to work on these blocks some. We'll go here on layer 1 and we'll get these outline blocks and make little outlines. I think for some of the corners we can avoid using these corner blocks and we'll fill them in with these. There we go.
20 minutes later.
Alright, that should be all our structures done. Wait, never mind, we missed one. Alright, now that's all our structures done. I think we could get rid of these. Alright, let's just play test it and make sure it's okay. Nope, it's not. What we could do to fix this is we'll zoom in, we'll take one of these blocks, go to edit, extra, hide. And that should make it invisible, so you don't need an alpha trigger. See, it happens again. I think we should just put it on all the corners to be safe then. Here on the Boomsocks channel, we pride ourselves on proper hitboxes. Alright, now we'll give it another test and see how it goes. Okay, good. It works. That's good. It's usually a pretty good sign if the level's working. I want to work on orb design. Orb design should be pretty easy. In the original, the orb design is made up of a bunch of swirling particles, so I want to emulate that. We got our base orb here. Go to layer 1, and actually we'll go to layer 2 and start adding stuff. I think we get one of these small ones and then a big one here. Make these both background blending and make this one just a little brighter. Oh, that looks good. We'll get that in there. Get that to be color too. We'll keep it B1 so it could be above everything, except for the orb. It also uses these little swirly things, and I want to use these too. In the original level, they used player colors for these. Can I get one, please? Hello? How am I supposed to? Let me select one. I just need one. I just need one. There we go. Okay, we'll move you over here. We'll make this one player color 1 and this one player color 2. Throw them together, throw them back in here. How does that look? Okay, I think we should make the inner one a little slower. Can I select it? Can I please select it? Please. Now I had it. There we go. Move this ever so slightly slower. That's a lot slower. Maybe we'll slow the other one down too. Let me get it. Oh my god. I think we should take all this and scale it down just a little. I think that looks just a little better. Just to add some final touches in there, we're gonna throw this on there. Background blending on layer 3 so it's behind everything. We're gonna crank the brightness up. I'm gonna increase the scale ever so slightly. 125, that should be good. And that makes it pop just a little. That looks nice. All right, let's copy paste this around. We're only gonna put it on the orbs we need to hit though. All right, this is the one for the fake orbs. We're gonna just copy paste this around too. They're overlapping here. Maybe we shrink these a little. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. I also want to add some glow beams coming down from these to connect them to structures. Put it B3, background blending, crank the brightness up, and we'll change the hue -15. We'll see how that looks. Okay, it looks nice. Hue's a little too much. Turn it down to 5. And we'll put it back on B4 just to be safe. I don't want it overlapping anything. But I think that looks good. Maybe turn down the brightness a little more. Alright, and that's all the glow done. This is looking pretty clean so far. I like it. Now we still have blocks, saws, ground deco, and air deco. And I want to do the ground deco quick. I think it'll be really nice. We'll go on layer 3. Go preview mode so I can see it. I'm just going to add glow to emphasize where the ground spikes are. 0.25 brightness. And just copy this. And I want to add a bunch of these swirly things. Stuff like this. Scale this up. Slow the rotation down to, we'll say 135. Maybe a little faster. We'll try 180. There we go. And we'll take this. We'll copy this around a few times. I just want to grab them. They're so hard to grab. And then we'll scale some of them down. These are actually the single most annoying object ever. I can't get them. There's also some spikes like this in there. So we'll just go around, throw a couple of these in. Oh, it would help if I layered them, right? There we go. That looks pretty good. They also use a couple lightning bolts as obstacles, and I want to try and work that in somehow. Ooh, I like that. We'll try and make 2 variations of this. 1 3 long and 1 4 long. Maybe we could put some glow behind it too. Make sure these are all on a good layer. Put these on B2, put these B2, but on a lower Z order. All right, we got our 2 little electric chains going on. I just want to structure them a little. We're gonna have 2 versions of each. We're gonna have one 45 degrees this way and the other 45 degrees the other way. I should link them all together. That would have been smart to do beforehand. And I'm thinking we take chains, we warp them to make them super long like that and make them skinny. We'll alternate these, player 1 and player 2. How does that look? Okay, that's not bad. Make sure everything's linked, and now we'll just go about adding these in places they fit. This part's coming together pretty nicely so far. I also want to go to layer 7 and add these blocks right here. We'll throw this on B4, make sure it's super low. I don't want anything to be on top of it. Make it color 2, and we'll see how that looks. Ooh, I like that. This is looking pretty clean so far, I gotta say. All right, now that we got all those little background pieces done, I want to work on our saws. So we got both of these up here. I say we turn the insides black and see how that looks. Okay, we'll put these around it on the background color. And I want to throw these in the background too. Alright, these look pretty good. Let's link these up and just copy paste them around everywhere. To finish up the air deco, I just want to make some arrows and these little faces that are in the original part. We'll throw 2 slopes together. We'll give them color 4. We'll shrink this down to around 0.75 scale. It needs a little something to contrast with. There we go. I added some subtle player color details. Now we'll take this, link it, and throw it where we need to jump. That's looking pretty good. Then I want to make just a couple faces just to throw in. Using these, we'll also take that color 4, put these on layer B2, and just go to town. Alright, these are the 4 little faces we got. I want to make scaled down copies, and we could use these to fill up some space. Alright, we got those all copy pasted in. And now I want to take all these, give them group 2, and throw down area scale trigger. Let's see if that works. Oh, No, it does not. What just happened? This is not what I wanted to happen. Now we just gotta move these all up 2 blocks and they should snap into place. Now the block design split into 2 aspects, the 3D and the deco. And before we get to the deco, I just want to do the 3D really quick. So lastly, all we really have is the block design and the spikes. So we'll come up here and use some of these, take these, make another group, make these player color 1 and these player color 2. And we're gonna make sure these are on B1 so they're above these black blocks. Alright, I just want to throw some quick effects on the blocks, make them move up and down a little. And then we'll be set. Alright, added a couple moving effects on the blocks and we'll see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good so far. Alright. And that is going to be the first episode of the Ultimate Hard Demon. I'm going to be working on this over the next few weeks, months, I don't know how long. But there will be a poll in my community tab. You guys can vote which level you want to see me build next. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.